Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio, even if it's a little late, worldwide, baby. We got a front row Bill and our very own Lady Satan. It's the day after her birthday. Can we get some birthday wishes in the chat for our co-host Alicia? How's everyone doing tonight?
Super. Thanks for asking.
Oh, recovery from the birthday festivities.
The buffet. The Amish buffet.
The Amish.
I have to make my way there. I actually, after all these years, I still have not made my way there.
Oh, you gotta go there. It's worth the drive. It's like hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, something like that.
It should be a little less than 2 hours for me, I'd imagine. About an hour 45 or so. Get up to the old Amish country.
How does this place compare to, say, the Golden Corral?
It blows it out of the water. The Golden Corral could never.
Yeah, it's different, but probably more on par with like a Vegas buffet because there's just a ton of it, right? There's a lot of options.
Oh, there's a lot of options. There's stations. Everything you could think of, they had.
Stations.
So if you want like steak or brisket and stuff, you go up to a different table or where they're cutting the meat for you. Train of thought.
Oh yeah, okay. I've seen
every side, like everything you could think of.
Yeah, I don't know like how big this franchise was. I think there's still a couple around in southeastern Wisconsin, but there was one called Old Country Buffet.
Yeah, we had them over here too.
Did you? Okay, I wasn't aware like how big. You never know how. I mean, obviously, like Arby's, McDonald's, that's all.
But they're long gone, J-Bone. Long gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were going to give me a Ponderosa reference.
Oh, gosh. That is, man, I had some friends back in the day that would eat at a Ponderosa, and they're like, yeah, I'd go up to the buffet and just mow on cheese and ham. And I'm like, what's the matter with you? Like, I get it if you don't want a salad from the salad bar, but my God, there's more than just life than cheese and ham cubes. Anyways, welcome to the show. Lots to get into tonight. We are going to break some news tonight, folks. We are going to slap the crap out of all the ones out there that claim to have all the news. And they're and they're getting cheese baskets from Triple H. You know what? You know where you can shove that cheese that's not Wisconsin cheese?
If it ain't Wisconsin, it ain't real.
If it ain't Wisconsin, it ain't real. Damn Skippy Hippie.
But are you saying it's this? It's fake?
Longing for that fake wrestling news. Don't believe anything that you read on the internet.
Oh, look. Look what you did to Alicia. But
in all fairness, Road and Blue is offsetting it with a super sticker of $4.99. Happy birthday, Alicia. This $5 is for you.
Yeah.
Birthday.
Thank you.
You okay, Alicia? You're gonna make it?
I'm sorry. That was just very disturbing.
Well,
we may have to do away with the jingle.
Although
timeline warning.
We tend to do it when Alicia is not here. For some reason, it just happens to always come on then. But we had to do it tonight because for some reason, I'm looking around. I'm seeing what the TNA fans are talking about. And what do I see being put out there is a tweet by that illustrious journalist talking about Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball of Speedball Mountain fame. The one who famously says one of the greatest catchphrases.
I thought we were friends.
But with supposed breaking news that Speedball's contract ends at the end of the year, which Speedball has been saying for months. How is that news? Speedball broke it himself like 2 months ago. I'm signed through the rest of the year.
So like 8 months from now?
Yeah, like, because he was talking about his goals for the year. And it's like, yeah, I'm signed through the end of the year. That was breaking news 2 months ago. Why do we put it on today?
Wait,
clickbait. Clickbait.
Wow. Props to him. Hey, Bill. Wow.
Well, no, props to Rayline for the bits on Team Twitch.
Thank you. Thank you, Rayline. Much love to all our Twitch viewers out there. If you don't know, and you know what? I don't say this enough. I was talking about it on the live reaction before this. If you have Amazon Prime gives you a free sub on Twitch, and you can use it wherever. Hey, if you're not using it, why not use it here? It's free.
You know what? I had honestly forgotten about that because I remembered that during the old co-stream days, J-Bone, which I always look at fondly. And I remembered it then. But I believe I do have, I re-upped with Amazon. It's one of those things, like the Netflixes and all that, which I join for a while, then I leave, then I eventually join back again. But this time I think I have it. So guess what I'm going to subscribe to? Well, TNI, baby.
It's free. Why not? And it still counts as a sub. We appreciate it. Twitch, recognizes it and pays us for it. So it's just another great way to help support the show. And speaking of supporting the show, before we get into a little more news, sorry, just working my tabs here. I want to give a shout out to our members. We got Keith Gallman. We got John Palmer, which I want to say something about John here just real quickly. He said something at the start of the show last week, so I'm going to say it here just as a little respect to the other sports viewers out there. Please, I don't know what sports are ever on Thursday nights besides, obviously what we do, because I'm doing this. So if there's something else going on in the world of sports and it's something big and playoff wise, please no spoilers in the chat for the sake of others who may have to watch something recorded after this or the next day or something as such. So yeah, please. That's it. No spoilers. All right. So John Palmer. Yeah, not related to that other Palmer. No. He's one of the good ones. We got Punk, we got Chris Roberts, Tatum's, Terrence Sullivan, and brother Justin Miller. So there you go. Thank you to our members. Great way to sign up. Great way to support the show. We love you. We appreciate you. And now back to some news. Make sure my cat doesn't walk all over the place here. Bill, do you want to hit the jingle for this one? This one's pretty big.
Yeah, a little jingle jangle. So this one, Alicia's okay.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, the only news jingle that our co-host Alicia's okay with. It is J-Ball.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
I think that's the only one she won't cancel.
It's all Meltzer's fault.
It is. It's all Meltzer's fault. All right. Bill, I know you'd hit my jingle and stuff, and I appreciate that. But you were the one that hit me with this news right before we went live. So I am going to turn it over to you. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, I think even you could read the tea leaves, and Jay wasn't even. All right.
Sorry.
He was going down so much he took himself out. But even
I was going to
Courtney,
crack open a drink and I was going to mute and I accidentally hit the wrong thing. My bad.
But Courtney was kind of hinting at it. So if you've been paying attention to the show, I think you can figure out this news. So I'm going to put it up there while I say it. I can find it. There we go. Ryan Nemeth is in TNA. Like, obviously, we've been seeing him from the crowd. We've been seeing him ringside. Saw him get involved a little bit to make a save. But now, officially, as we saw in backstage segments tonight, he will be in a match officially in a TNA ring next week. So he will be obviously officially under agreement with TNA. Terms unknown, but obviously for the time being, I'm sure we'll see his brother return, see what kind of angles play out. But now, like, it's played out. You could kind of see it coming, obviously, by him being in attendance. But now, obviously, he'll be a part of TNA moving forward.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Bill. And so yeah, let's get everyone's thoughts on that in the chat. What do you think, Alicia?
Woohoo! I mean, I already thought he was signed with the company because he's been on Impact TV for a hot minute now. Good. He's gonna get a little matchy poo, and that'll be a lot of fun, won't he? What were we talking about in the chat before the show started? What was the team name?
Oh, the brothers.
Yeah, what is
Rock
the
and
name?
Nemeth?
The Rock and Nemeth.
And I said the Nick and Ryan Express.
The Nemeth Express.
The Nemeth Express. So it'll be. I don't know.
It's a work in progress.
Look, and I said something.
The Rock and
Nemeth. It all just. It's going to look great on a T-shirt. I said this in the live reaction. I said, he's been around for a bit. He's in the ring now. Here was my, and I know I say never assume. I know I say that. But here was my way of thinking. I'm like, okay, he's in the audience for the pay-per-view for Rebellion. He's jumping in the ring now, so he's been in the audience in a few different places in TNA to help support his brother. My way of thinking is, hey, maybe he's not getting used much in the old AEW. Maybe he wants to do a holiday. Remember what Kaz did a year ago? Remember what Kaz did about a year ago, and he came in and he did a match or two for TNA, and then he went back to AEW, and then eventually, when his contract was done or he asked for his release,
the Elite Hunter gimmick, right?
Yes, it was around that time. It was around yeah, and he came in and so yeah, I'm thinking it's something similar to that. Like, okay, he's taking a holiday. He's going to be in TNA for a bit, and then he'll go back to AEW because that's where a good chunk of the last 5 years he's spent is wrestling on even if it is a B show. He's been working on his acting stuff. He's been all over the place. Heavily featured on what's that YouTube show? Being the Elite or whatever it is. And so yeah. And I'll say it. I haven't been watching much AEW lately. I try to keep track of what's going on with what, but as far as the B shows and stuff like that, where Ryan Nemeth has been, I haven't been watching him at all, like Rampage and such. So I couldn't tell you what Ryan Nemeth is. Now all of a sudden, see him in the audience in TNA. It's like, oh, I guess he's going to be over here for a little bit. That's kind of refreshing. He can help his brother, maybe, like we're saying, go on a few matches, and then eventually go back to AEW. And that's not to say he won't go back there someday. I think they've been halfway decent to him, but not very. At least now he's going to be in a main event match next week. And we'll get our thoughts on that whole shebang, in a little bit. But wow, there you go. Ryan Nemeth is signed to TNA. That's pretty big news.
Pretty cool.
I'm not even sure
how
if he
big of
was
a
ever.
star still.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if he ever got that all elite graphic with AEW. So he just may have been on a pay per appearance deal. So maybe he pretty much was able to leave whenever he wanted to, or at least that's what it became at some point. So obviously, once he started appearing here in TNA, like as Alicia said, it almost seemed like it was obvious, and it was just a matter of time. And that time has come. So obviously, with that huge, and yeah, that's what Courtney. Wow. Yeah, no, they never officially signed him. So, I think that's the key there. That he was never officially under any deal. I wasn't sure maybe a couple years ago if they ever did anything, but definitely, obviously, he's not now.
per appearance, probably. He probably just showed up, and if they had stuff for him to do, they had stuff for him to do.
Well, Justin may have hit the next topic we were talking about, J-Bone, because they did drop a whole bunch of new shirts on TNA merch, baby. And we saw one of them advertised when Matt Hardy came out during the opening promo. But there's a bunch of new T-shirts.
Nice. Very cool. I'm on the site right now. We got new Ash by Elegance.
Oh, that's an elegant shirt.
And I tell you, that is a good looking shirt. That is a big.
And I like how Ash put out there, real men wear pink. Can you share screen a Rooney, J-Bone?
I sure can. If I can get this to work. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Wanted to give it a slightly bigger view here.
Oh, okay.
If you do the quick view, you get this tiny.
So small. So small.
Present, share screen. Ash by Elegance shirts. There we go. Look at this. And this, here we go. We get the little zoomeroonie on here. Oof. Look at that.
As Ash says, real men wear
There's
pink.
even a smoochy on there. All right. My goodness. All right. Put the kids to bed.
You know what? No. Anyway, what's next?
We got what else is on here that's new?
Oh, they have a new T-shirt company.
We got Hammerstone. That's pretty cool design right there.
That's cool. The hammer of Thor.
The Thor.
He does look like Thor, doesn't he? He used to have long blonde hair.
Yes.
Now that's a gimmick, but from Adventures in Babysitting.
God, I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's a great movie.
We got a new Kazari. I think this is a new shirt. Maybe it's not, but this is what flashes right as his theme hits.
Yes.
So, what else we got here?
The Demon.
Juggernaut. That one's been around for a little bit. Killer Kelly.
Well, you got the tie-dye shirt. You got the moose face of the franchise.
Oh, they got a tie there. Ooh, Impact's on tie-dye now.
Here we go. Here's a Matt Hardy. It's not zooming in for me, but that's.
I gotta get that for Stefan.
Some cool.
Wait. Did you say
on that one?
Did you say a new Matt Hardy, J-Bone?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see. These are all.
It's a kid shirt, but I saw adults wearing it in Albany. So, unless they were deceptively small adults, then there must be other sizes that are going to be coming out.
We got a new Death Machine.
Very cool. Was that a new Rosemary shirt that I saw?
Spitfire. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I think that's an older one.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
It's been around for a little bit, but yeah.
That's dope.
But I feel like she might have a new shirt too. Like it feels like there has been because there's pretty much a new merch company on site, and there's a whole bunch of there's been a bunch of new shirts.
Oh, definitely. Spitfire's got one.
Now Justin's saying the adult size. So I guess the website don't have them yet, but if they had them in Albany, my guess is they can get them printed. They're all print to order, I assume still. That they're not just
there's the
tie-dye.
Oh, it's a kid shirt.
Yeah.
But they had the adult ones in Albany, but yet they don't have them on the website.
Oh, The Way of Decay. What is that shirt?
Oh.
Next to the tie-dye.
This is a new one.
That is
that might be the new one. That's the new one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is fucking sick. I need that.
That is a current Rosemary and Havoc shirt. So that it's appropriate that they have that, given they had one.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So
see, I love shirts that don't look like wrestling shirts. Like I like that looks like it could be an album or like a comic book or something.
Right. Yeah, or like your next heavy metal Satan shirt. Yeah.
That's right. You're religious. I forgot that. Sorry for that.
Oh, it's
unfortunate.
Yeah, I've seen everything under the sun. You ain't gonna offend me. It's all good. Trust the system. Let's see.
Oh, the Rascals got singular like zombie shirts. Are they zombies?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there aliens? No, they're zombies. It's like a
zombie alien, whatever.
It's like a oh god, really? The it's like dancing, but I meant Misfits.
So
very, very early Misfits zombie looking creature there.
The Trey Miguel one I think is even cooler because it's just like dripping with whatever.
Yeah, he looks more like a zombie.
It's supposed to be like spray paint.
Yeah.
Cool shirts.
So yeah.
You can get those and be in the cool club.
It's about time they really get going on their merch stuff. There was a handful of years ago. It was pretty sad looking.
Is that the same shirt now? I'm like trying to click it like this is on my screen. Like I'm getting so annoyed, T-Bone.
What are you trying to do?
Trust the system. Is that a new shirt?
Yes.
It's last couple months new. The trust the system at least.
This one, yeah. It's one of their. Well, the system's still pretty new.
If you scroll down, J-Bone, the one on the left-hand side, I think that's the newest system shirt.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that one looks more like
it was on the previous page.
Mustafa Ali shirt.
There you go.
Weird time to have two presidential
Yeah, if you scroll up to the next one. Yeah, not that one. That's the original shirt.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
That's like an album cover. That's dope.
Right. It's kind of punkish, I guess. I don't know.
It's giving 90s the alternative. Run away.
There's also
that one. The one with Myers and Eddie. That's the new one.
Oh, so it's like a bit.
I think it's like an NBA Jam almost from the look of it, maybe.
That's cool. That's clever.
I was gonna say I don't know what it's representing.
Everybody's so creative. See, now these are cool shirts, bro. Like I like that.
And they're all unique.
Support the peeps.
I need that Decay shirt though. That is magnificent. It's art.
This is very.
Is that
cool.
Steve Macklin?
The newer Macklin shirt. Yeah, front towards enemy. Yeah, Macklin.
That's cool. All right, well, you guys, if you want to see the rest, is that a Steph Delander shirt? Oh, sorry.
What?
There's the Steph DeLander shirt. But anyway, if you guys want to see these shirts, go over to the website, maybe buy a little bit.
TNAmerch.com.
I don't think.
On to the next segment, bro.
I'm like,
J-Bone will go shopping all night.
Hey, J-Bone, this is up my alley. I could do this all night, but the show is not let's review the t-shirts. It's total nonstop reviewing Impact. Eventually. Eventually.
Shopping with TNI.
So in others, since people are asking quickly that the explosion match this week that was out from Vegas, wanted to know about Viva Van and Alex Gracia that faced Decay in a nice match.
Viva Van is cool.
Both of them. Yeah, I think Viva Van has been she's been making winning a lot of indie titles and all the last few years, the last 2 years or so. I think she's definitely someone that's going to turn up somewhere. So I'd keep an eye out for her for sure. I know, Alex said, she was big in Women of Honor during Ring of Honor before whatever it is now, and she's definitely a good wrestler as well. So I know, she was more local. Both of them were local, pretty much to out there in Vegas. But they're both someone that definitely could come in for sure. With knockouts always needed. So. And I know someone's asking about the Tonga twins as well, because they asked out, they got released. They asked for the release from WOW, Women of Wrestling. So it seems like they have a plan on somewhere to go by asking out of a deal. So something to keep in mind, because obviously we have a tag division. So teams are needed. So that is something to keep an eye out on. That could be something related to TNA.
I'm sorry. I was just going to assume that they were going to go jump in a bloodline, but
well, that's possible as well, J-Ben. You never know. That's
yeah, and just run roughshod over the women's division over there, but because that group is not done by any means growing anytime soon. But anyways, on to this break,
and that's the news.
Yeah, that's pretty much for the news. Wait, did we talk about the Cincinnati Reds game?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that before the show. To promote it, it was actually tonight. A lot of the wrestlers from the area were at the Cincinnati Reds game. Sammy Callahan, Josh Matthews, I believe Trey Miguel, and there may have been, I don't want to miss anybody, but there may have been a few others as well.
Ohio?
All about Ohio. Promote that Ohio, because next weekend is the tapings in the greater Cincinnati area.
Yeah. There we go.
Is there a lesser Cincinnati?
Oh, well, you never know. Just walked into that one, Ohio.
I just couldn't. Moving on.
But, and there was one more piece of news, because we always got to talk about it when it does happen. Scott D'Amore was in the news again, J-Bo.
Was he?
Someone put Canadian wrestling promotion he registered the name of.
There's a few of them.
I'd imagine he wouldn't be away from wrestling for too long.
Yeah, he's definitely he's up to something. Now it could be a behind the scenes, it could be related to video footage from those companies. It could be it could be touring Canada. So we'll see what winds up happening, but there definitely is something up.
He is going to get all of the best independent wrestlers of Canada and start his own gig. Guarantee it.
Maybe.
Look, good for him. Seriously. It sucks that he's gone from TNA. It was a bad business move, and that's fact. And but he's still loved by the TNA fans and wrestling fans in general for his history going way back. So, yeah, just knock it out of the park, Scott. Do what you got to do, man.
The latest one is Grand Prix Wrestling under the Maple Leaf Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So, something else to keep it. Oh, yeah, Jason Hotch was also at the game.
Right.
Oh, and last but not least, as T. Hughes, because it's addressed during the show tonight. But Josh Alexander canceled all of his indie appearances this month to rehab.
Okay, so he's banged up.
He's banged up.
I think that's great to give them breaks when they need to recover a little bit. They get a longer career, a safer career doing it that way instead of just running these guys to the grits, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, physically, mentally, everything, spiritually.
All that's important, especially in that line of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you're single and you can just go, but if you get a family.
It's not even that. Years in the business, that's got to be crazy on the body, and to just constantly, especially when you're one of these upper echelon guys, like you can't reasonably go at that length, that pace the older you get. So whether you're single or not, like, you have to rest. Health matters.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they're taking a new approach. I think it's one of the other companies is doing that too, is that when people are like, hey, I'm really banged up, I need a break, they're like, yeah, no problem, rest up. And that's how it should be, is my point.
Yeah. I think you're going to see that from more and more companies, because when you don't show that kind of respect to your workers, that's when they turn to harsher things like drugs and that's a death sentence right there in the long run, especially
in this business. Come on, how many times?
Oh, painkillers, alcohol, the list is
without getting into details, it's too much.
Yeah, right.
When you live on a constant like that, it's gonna wear and tear. And yeah,
I see John Palmer's in the chat here. I just wanted to give you a little notice. I gave you a shout out earlier, letting people know no spoilers on sports, scores like outside of wrestling, NBA, baseball, any of that stuff. Keep that out
to yourself.
Yeah.
Real quick before we jump anywhere, I just want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. Carry on.
Cool. Carry on. Cool. And Dr. Gerbs, I'll be probably a day of deciding if I'm going Saturday to the final match musical about wrestling at the 2300 Arena on Saturday.
Yeah.
Not confirmed yet.
Oh, yeah.
I got tickets for Impact and when they're in Philly again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
In June, you're in.
Second row, I forget where though.
Ah, Alicia's in. TNI reunion, baby.
It's just one of the shows though, not both though. We're going for this Saturday, I think. Fridays are just too hard to take off, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Good to see Aaron Jack. Speaking of going to shows, made it to another live show. Currently 4:26 in the AM in jolly old England.
Holy, it's a good time though. If you got a minute.
Hey now.
Hey.
You're saying you're 6 minutes
Speaking
late.
Of.
Or 6 minutes early.
Kidding.
So,
we know who will also be in the house in Philly. Dr. Gerbs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. You guys.
I love the 2300 Arena, bro. That's my favorite place on the East Coast to go see wrestling shows.
Make sure you guys all go out for a sandwich or something.
Old Sam.
We'll see. I don't know what's close walking distance. I'm kind of like, once I'm in a place, I stay in the place, and then I go home.
Now there's some options. Obviously, they have food in the arena. Pretty decent. There
Get
is
some chicken fingers, bro.
It might not be open right near showtime, but a little earlier. There's now a Federal Donuts. So they have chicken and donuts around, like, in the same, at the corner. And then obviously you have some cheesesteak shops. Like Tony and Nick's, formerly Tony Luke's, that'll be open, and then John's Roast Pork, my personal fave, but that closes early. You get there after 4:30, you're probably not getting it.
Yeah, no doubt. I want that Federal Donuts.
It's pretty good.
They sell it. God, I want to say at the Philly Stadium.
Yeah, there is a Federal Donuts there. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like never open whenever I'm there, and I get so bummed.
Give me my donuts. Give me my.
Because I like a Chicky Pete's. Don't get me wrong, but I like new things. I like fried chicken.
Can't go wrong. It's a good, very lightly battered. It's good stuff. Good chicken sandwich, Shayba.
So are you saying you put the chicken in between two halves of a glazed donut?
Yeah, fuck
What? I would imagine I feel like that's not an offer, and you can make it happen, obviously, J-Bone.
Do it yourself. Get creative. Get your donut, get your chicken, slap that bitch together, and you got a sure donut. Chick donut.
I think I may have died and gone to heaven.
Yeah, KFC.
I thought chicken and waffles was like an awesome thing. Woof, it did just.
I remember the Wilmington Blue Rocks did two. What did they do? They did like two like jelly filled donuts and put like a hot dog in between it.
Oh, I'm not
sweet, savory. It works.
If you like hot dogs that much, I guess, but
I forgot a ball game. Who doesn't like a hot dog?
It's an in the mood thing.
Best hot dog in the world is Costco's hot dog, hands down.
Aren't they like $1 for like a foot long hot dog?
And it's like this big.
Podcast is making me hungry.
We're sorry, guys. Late announcement. We're a food show now. we like to talk about our favorite consumables, which is food.
Well, that was Kyle. Kyle wanted to do all these special shows. He was going to come join me in Philly for mukbang, and it never happened. It never happened. Yeah. Still waiting.
Now,
scumbag.
Well, he's witness protection. What are you going to do?
What he does, all he does is randomly send me pictures of being at Checkers. I'm like, oh, good for you. You still got Checkers.
and me running away. No, I'm kidding.
Deep
miles
dish
away.
For the Chicago.
Dude, yes. Working on it.
Now,
mail me some of that.
Since I'll be in the greater Cincinnati area, if anyone's local, is it a Skyline Chili? Is that what you do?
Every time my father-in-law goes to Ohio, he brings us back Skyline Chili.
Three-way.
I gotta get creative with it because it's an acquired taste.
It is different. It's different than what you think it is. It's different.
Gritty.
All right.
And sweet.
I was going to say like a cinnamon kind of flavor to it. Cinnamon. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Cinnamon?
Yeah, dude. Just like what, dude? Like mayo is probably too spicy for you, isn't it?
Oh, shots at the bone, man.
You're white, dude.
He is white mayo.
One of the best chilies in like southeastern Wisconsin is
cheese.
A diner. It's a diner
cheese and beans.
It's a diner called George Webb's, and George Webb's chili is pretty good. but my wife is the best.
I think that's what every husband says. Like, oh, my wife makes the best chili. Stefan says I make a damn good chili.
You gotta say shit like that. I'll just say. Oh,
Oh, get him with the newspaper, Tracy.
Alicia says, hit him with the newspaper.
Oh, my face hurts from smiling too much.
Oh, God.
I can't have that.
So I do love your chili. Oh, shit, here she comes.
She did.
I love your chili.
I love chaos.
Yeah, you never disrespect Chili. So he had to go again.
Oh,
he keeps knocking himself out.
I was gonna say, that was serious.
No, I had to just to freak people out. All right. All right. We're only 40 minutes into the show. Should we talk to TNA?
We got a show. The May 9th edition of Impact.
Oh, God.
And the YouTube Ultimate Insiders.
Oh, I'm hungry. Good night.
And that's the show.
And that's the show, folks. We are now a foodie. Oh, well, we start out hot. The system.
Only 39 minutes into the show.
Yes. The system's championship celebration. I think that's what they called it. The championship celebration.
Jabo, this is
what?
Now I got huge news here. I waited for this.
What?
Did you notice they had their own announcer?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Not just Brian Myers with a mic or something.
Funny you say that. At first, when I first heard the first couple words, I thought it was Brian Myers doing his own intro. It was not Brian Myers.
Really?
It was friend of the show, Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin?
Who does ring announcing. Yeah.
That's great.
I've seen him ring announce. I've seen Kevin ring announce.
That's awesome.
So if Kevin is in here, sometimes he's in here. Kevin's in here. Just congratulations on doing some announcing on the show tonight. And the system.
Not only is he an A+ production guy, he is
got the golden voice.
Very cool. Very cool.
If Penzer's listening, maybe he can give his critique.
Ooh.
I don't think Jade's a listener at this point, but we can.
I was going to say, shout out to Penzer for being such a delightful guest.
Oh yes,
when we had him on.
Oh yeah,
a couple episodes.
And
back.
Don't forget, buy his book.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Buy that book.
Check out the interview we had with him. It was lovely. And go check out Bison's interview with Steph DeLander. That was great. That is on the channel.
Bison gets all the good interviews.
Go Bison.
He's doing well.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't making a negative condensation here.
No, I know.
I was just saying that he gets all the good video or interviews, so that's where you got to go watch the good interviews.
That's right.
Yes.
Because everybody and their mother are on Bison's show.
Well, but sometimes we have some interviews like we had with David Penzer. But
we used to
who needs an interview when sadly Alicia missed this? The hijinks we had the other week, J-Bone. And he missed. I don't know if it's Sharebone or J-Share.
Oh God! Is that one guy at it again?
Zach Bonifer.
A Zach Bonifer classic.
Is that his Zach Bonifer?
But look how good that is. That's good AI.
You look beautiful, J-Bone.
Look at that. He even
Now, what's your
waxed
opinion
all
on
the-
You
Cher,
look like you
Alicia?
turned back time.
Well, that's what we were talking about. It all came to turn back time, and J-Bone said he wasn't a fan. I'm like, how can you not be a
That's
fan?
art. That should be on the corner of the screen in every episode.
Dear Lord.
The opposite.
I'm trying to think of other Cher
fake
songs.
wrestling well, she had one #1 hit every decade.
Yeah, but none of them are coming to mind right now.
What was it? Believe was the last one, right?
Oh,
Then I Got You, Babe.
I'll call up my buddy Richie Sambora and see if she sung him any lullabies.
The fact that it's a bunch of guys telling me Cher songs makes me feel better about the world we're living in today.
Well, if you're a guy, you and J-Bone, that's the thing. He just come on, the Battleship. Back time.
That video made a lot of boys men.
I don't know why.
Oh, she was wearing a jacket?
Just
Wow.
a jacket and a bodysuit.
Oh,
Strategically placed.
how far do those fishnets go up? Oh,
I'm sure she manscaped.
speaking of Manscaped,
That was the segue. Thank you.
that was she Manscaped before it was cool. Or she did something. Oof. Just want to thank our lovely sponsor, Manscaped. In fact, I did some manscaping between shows tonight. I don't know if you guys can tell.
In between shows.
I just make sure you're using the right machine, buddy.
I got the right tools. I got the right
And no cross hedging, all right, buddy?
Ooh,
What?
cross-edging.
I'm not repeating myself. You heard me.
Wow, cross hedging. That's
how I know he fucking heard me, bro. What? Oh. Exactly what I said.
I said what I said. I never heard it called that. That is.
You got hair on your booty cheeks?
Oh. Love you, Willie. Wow. So, yes, get the right tool for the right job. Yeah.
There you go.
At manscaped.com and use TNI code TNI for 20% off and free shipping. Bun length, baby. All right.
Bam!
That's right. If I could turn back. All right. Now, so on with the show. The System Championship celebration, and they are
Opening
just
segment if you're
crazy.
just joining us.
Yes. Only an hour in. God bless you if you're still here. They are holding up all the titles, and I tell you, Masha should have been out there.
No, J-Bone. No. She's
Look,
not
I
in
get-
the system.
I know she's not in the system, but
It's a system celebration.
well, make her an honorary member for the night because she should. That's my opinion.
Then you're taking it away.
That's the Bone Man's opinion. And let me know in the chat if you think she should have been out there. I think she should have been out there because you know what? Lish did not do it by her damn self.
No, she didn't, but
She had some help.
who used the
And I
kendo
thought-
stick, J-Bone? Who used the kendo stick?
I don't know.
Did you watch Under Siege?
I think I hit myself with it.
She did her part.
So, well, yeah, they all did their part, of course. Zack Bonifer. What? My TV just played a Manscaped commercial. You're welcome. Yeah, they're gonna hire us pretty soon. You didn't know that, but we're coming. So they're celebrating. They're holding up their titles. They're all just kissing each other's booty and oh my God, Eddie Edwards is calling Lish the greatest like knockout champion ever
of all time.
It's getting deep. It's getting deep in here, Bill. My goodness. I'm like, okay, really? It's like, okay, you can celebrate, you can pat each other's back, but come on, let's take it easy here. And that's when Matt comes out. He's like, that's enough of this. He comes out with a chair. This guy's crazy. This guy is
he's broken.
He's broken, all right. He's nuts. He's like, I like these odds. Oh dear God. I'm sorry, my wife is watching Armageddon.
So that's why you were thinking of Armageddon the whole time?
No, but that just came on right after that conversation, so that's why it's funny. Jeez Louise. Anyways.
J-Bo doesn't want to miss a thing.
I don't. Oh, if you only heard the conversation earlier, I really screwed that up. I screwed up. I screwed up soundtracks with Armageddon and Pearl Harbor. Anyways.
Common theme, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler. Wait.
Liv Tyler still wasn't in Pearl Harbor.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. Maybe.
That's right. She just Armageddon. Okay. Anyways.
Maybe she was in catering.
And she was a nurse in the background. She was unlisted. She was in there somewhere. So Matt's out there with the chair, and he just starts swinging. He is cuckoo. He just starts swinging, and then now this is what we were talking about earlier. This is part of that. Shocker of all shocks. Ryan Nemeth jumps in the ring and backs up Matt Hardy. It's like, what?
What?
The other brother Nemeth? So, and that's why I'm like, oh, okay. He's on holiday. He'll go back to AEW eventually. But we had all this discussion and everything. No, he's actually signed. So there, for those of you who came in late, boom, Ryan Nemeth is signed with TNA. You're welcome. Actually, thank Bill. He's the one that dropped it. And thank you.
Well, you can. He's under agreement. He has an agreement with TNA.
Well,
take that for what you will.
You still gotta put pen to paper. They're not just gonna let you jump.
Yeah. No, they're obviously yes.
Yeah.
And that's why he'll be in action next week.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah. Matt calls Lish the white witch or something. The snow witch, something like that. What does he call her?
He's not nice. He's not nice to her. He talks about Moose now winning Super Bowls. It's not right. It's not right, J-Bone.
Oh, he's going off. He's nailing everyone. It's hilarious. So they're like, yeah, they've had it with him. And that's when he starts swinging. So, and this all is going to lead to the big, huge match listed later. And we'll get to that. Gia Miller backstage with ABC. I tell you, man, I still got bad feelings about this. I still got bad feelings about ABC. ABC breaking up. I think it's about time, but I still got, Because now, well, we'll get to that later too, but I don't know. What do you think?
With the backstage of the ABC here.
Well, yeah, and just big picture wise, because I can still feel like they're still throwing little jabs at each other.
Yeah, like it's not like obviously once they lost the belts, you saw a little bit of conflict going on there, and then obviously they kind of distanced from the Bullet Club a little bit, but it does feel like maybe it is hanging by a thread, and now we know the stipulation: if they win, they got to face each other.
Right.
So that would obviously add another level, but then we see what happens in the main event.
Right. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Gia being a little instigator. Not me, Gia Miller.
She's the one that's got to ask the hard questions, That's not always easy to stick a mic in someone's face and, not everyone is going to respond in kind. So she's brave. She's brave, but I think at least with ABC, they'll respond in kind. So I don't know why, but anyways. Then we go to Santino in the back. The system's whining and bitching and moaning. And, did you see that out there? Did you see what Matt Hardy did? Matt Hardy hit me with a thing. And did you see Ryan Nemeth out there? The other Nemeth.
Well, Brian Myers said, this is an unsafe working environment. Is that a dig at somebody?
Yeah. Totally unsafe work environment.
Although I did hear he gave an interview where they were asking him about the learning tree and what's his thoughts about another company using his learning tree. And he's like, I could care less.
Oh, good. Good.
Well, when you're the OG, then you don't care about the people that copy you.
That's right.
You know what they say, J-Bone, about people that copy you.
What do they say, Bill?
It's the greatest form of flattery.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
If they got to steal your gimmick. They got to steal steal your gimmick.
I thought you were going to play a thing or something.
You can always do that.
Which one's Jay?
Well, there we go. That's appropriate. All right. And then of course Santino's going to have a big announcement later. He's brainstorming throughout the show. Everybody's coming at him from every angle. Santino had a rough night, Bill. He really did.
He was busy. But a lot of people were giving him grief. No one was giving him the respect this scrotum he deserves.
But what? The scrotumus respect?
Justin Miller. There is no learning tree without a little lemons, as in Manny Lemons.
Oh.
Don't forget a little Terminator. Sam Beal in there.
Manny Lemon's probably my most unfavorite learning tree.
What? Oh.
I just
love the lemons.
I'm sorry. I couldn't get behind the lemons. The Perminator, on the other hand, great stuff.
And don't forget the Dice Man.
Oh, by the way, I think he just got married.
Sam Beal did, yes.
Yeah. Congrats to Sam Beal, former Learning Tree member, real Learning Tree member, just got married. Congrats to Sam Beal. What about VSK? What about VSK?
He was also a member of the Learning Tree. We're giving him no respect.
I'm kidding.
And he was just on the show.
He was on the show. He was on the hell's the name of the show? The Siege.
The countdown? The countdown under siege?
Yeah, the countdown.
It's Rhino?
He looked great. I haven't seen him since God knows when. I mean, I know he did some stuff with AEW, but I haven't seen him since. So he looked great. I didn't even recognize him until they were talking about him because I got it I came in like halfway through the match and I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this wrestling Rhino? Oh, wow. Yeah, he looks good. Dr. Gerb says, I miss Zicky. Well, I guess what? You can tune in to ROH and watch Zicky. Zicky looks horrible. He's in horrible shape. Oh my God.
Is he a regular on Ring of Honor now?
He's been on there recently, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, horrible shape. Oh my God. I don't know what the hell he's doing to himself. Well, I know what he's doing to himself. I wouldn't say it on air.
I'm out of the loop.
Put it this way. He looked like a star in TNA compared to what he's doing now. My God. It's like sticking me in a pair of trunks. No one wants to see that shit. All right. Next match. FBI versus... I'm going to get canceled so bad. FBI versus First Class. FBI coming out here looking great. First Class, of course, is Swann and AJ Francis. FBI is, I'm still getting used to the names. Clayton and...
Zach Clayton and Ray Jazz.
Ray Jazz. That's it. And,
with little Guido in their corner.
Little Guido. It's great seeing little Guido. He always comes out, all guns blazing. This was a fun match. I tell you what, though, First Class really, really looking like a well-oiled machine here.
Yeah, they're looking like a possible future tag team champion squad. They're looking strong. FBI was coming off a big win on the countdown to Under Siege. Like I said, earlier in the day, I enjoyed a little Olive Garden to celebrate. And when I was there, I was family. And I thought the good times would keep on rolling, J-Bone.
Were you, Bill?
Of course.
When you're there, you're okay. I get it. Yeah.
I got my breadsticks.
Did you have the breadsticks?
I got my Suppa Toscana. I got my chicken scampi with the grated Parmesan cheese. I was family. Got my Andes mints.
How tall of a pile was that Parmesan?
I said when appropriate.
When appropriate. The guy broke an arm, had to go through 3 grinders.
Like you got to work a little, brother. Like the system, you better work.
He's using both arms. What the hell? Oh my God, it's been a while since I've been to an Olive Garden. Good stuff though. They got a great soup. Look, we're just making everybody hungry and drool again. But what did you think? You thought the
I thought First Class
and
this was a tough one because I've been rooting I've been a big fan because I wanted Rich to get that direction. I think AJ's been knocking it out of the park with his character, and one of the best choke slams going today. AJ Francis got so he's a big boy and he can move. So them as a team, I'm liking them. I like everything they're doing behind the scenes. But once they were going up against the FBI here, even though I'm rooting for the FBI here, I'm still wearing the shirt, J-Bone, FBI. But I knew this was going to be a tough task. So they gave them a nice match. But obviously the First Class took the victory here. I'm hoping we still see the FBI. That's going to be the test. Do we see the FBI in the near future? Are they going to be a full-time act? Are they just going to be like a Northeast act? But I'm hoping we see more because it was good to get over another tag team because that's something that we have been missing because there's only been a few tag teams that you kind of see regularly, and they did get a win. So But now First Class, that's another, like, the division's changing again before our eyes. So we'll see what happens. But First Class is going places, no doubt.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, it's a good match. Good match. First Class is starting to look like a well-oiled machine. We got Santino backstage with the Rascals and with Jake something, and they're both talking about what happened at the pay-per-view with
J-Bone, I think you skipped over. It was a short segment, but it was a return of Soundcheck.
No, that was right after this.
All right, I thought it was the other way. Okay.
Yeah.
I might put it out of order.
Yeah.
And there it is, J-Bone. According to Justin, Ryan has been officially added to the roster page.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Justin, for the update. Appreciate that, brother. Sweet. We got updates and news all around tonight. It's hot. So yeah, Diener puts his arm around Santino and he's like, "Hey, I got something special I think we could do with this match coming up." And here I'm thinking that the Rascals and Jake and Diener are going to get added to like this bigger match that's going to happen next week. That's what I thought was going on here. I didn't realize that these two guys were going to face each other
right now.
So, yeah, really, right now. It's Diener time. It's the people's time. All right, then we get Soundcheck, and this is just a hot mess. Poor Angels. He just gets clobbered by his own security. He's got special guests Khan and Steph DeLander. Yes, Justin, you're the roving reporter. Ding, 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 ding. This just in. Khan. He accuses Khan and Steph DeLander of being a couple, and says that Steph DeLander left Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder, yeah.
It's like, what? Oh my God. Now, anybody watching the independent tag scene and GCW or any of those, you might think a little something. But no, he just took her under his wing and he said, "Hey, you can be my heater," like China to Triple H or, something like that. Mm-hmm. Mayor says, Lauren Van Ness. Who's that? Ooh. Hot mess. But yeah, that's what this whole segment was. And then, Khan starts getting frustrated with the sound check. Steph's frustrated. Alan Angels is, once he figures that Khan and Steph aren't a couple, then
flirty Alan Angels.
Yeah, he starts hitting the pose, starts flirting with Steph, and that's when Khan loses it. He stands up and he just, security comes at him, to try to, calm down. And he just throws these guys right into Alan Angels. Alan Angels is just buried of security guys. Oh, I tell you, Alan Angels can't catch a break, but he also doesn't help himself at the same time. What'd you think, Bill?
No, I liked it. We had to have the sound check back with the front man there, and obviously now two-time guest Big Con and Steph DeLander there, but you saw kind of like he's acting like they're still friends from their former partnership together, but obviously Khan doesn't feel that way. He doesn't consider him a friend. He just keeps getting him annoyed, as we see here. So we'll see what happens there. But it seems like Steph and Connor, they're in their own world right now. So we'll see how that holds up.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure in the midst of all the hustle and the bustle, I'm pretty sure I heard Steph DeLander mumble under her breath about Angels. This guy's no bison. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Yeah. This guy's no bison. Shout out to Bison.
100% pure beefalo.
Pure beefalo. That's what the segment was. All right, and we got a new stipulation for this next match. We got the Rascals coming out. We got Jake something coming out, and then the man of the people comes out, and who does he go to? Who? This guy right here. Oh my god, that was great. I had to quick snap that one between shows. That was great. Well, he goes right up to Bill. Bill's like, yeah. I love that. Pretty nice of him to go right through you, man.
Oh yeah,
very cool.
Well seen, Diener.
So Diener comes out, makes the announcement, or more or less makes the lets the people make the choice. Excuse me. Yes, lets the people make the choice.
Not his choice. It's not your choice. It's the people's choice.
So, do you want a regular, boring old tag match? And
which the Rascals are like, yeah.
Yeah. Or do you, it's really distracting. It's Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler and sorry. It's the animal cracker scene. It's messing with me. Anyways.
The beautiful people, but no Angelina Love and Velvet Sky.
Yeah, right.
Or getting the J-Bone.
Oh, God. Educational. Yes. Yes, I took a picture for educational purposes.
No.
That's what I said when I took it. Oh, and there go the animal crackers. All right. Oh, God, get me through this show. All right. So, Aerosmith in the background. He goes to the people. He's like, do you want a regular old tag match? Or do you want a, what he says? He says, Texas? No, wait. Albany. What, street fight?
Tornado.
Or there's Albany tornado. It's like, I'm like, street fight.
Tornado tag.
Tornado tag. It just does not flow off the tongue. I can't even. Yes, Scary Rossetti says, cousin William Diener. Yes.
To the compound.
You got get you gotta put the hat on when you say it though. You got the hat? Yeah. Does he actually have one?
I don't have a Diener hat, but I might have a hat around.
Oh, I was gonna say if you've got the hat, I'm gonna lose it.
No, I do not have the hat.
Oh,
sometimes I
next time you run into Diener or those guys, you're gonna be like, all right,
I need a hat.
Where's the hat? Where is the hat? All right. So first of all, before we get into the post-match shenanigans, what did you think of this this tag match?
Well, I obviously we're seeing a story play out here with Jake and Cody, where you see he's been adding the stipulations for the people and like kind of get it, but in the end, sadly, Diener's taking a lot of brunt of this. Hopefully he doesn't turn on the people because it seems like the people are leading him into some bad situations lately.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because
yeah.
So obviously the Rascals. Well, it's interesting because obviously we see what happens here, and we get payoff for some of these storylines when we were watching Under Siege, and we're like, "Where's Trey? Why isn't Trey there? What happened?"
That's exactly
and we talked
what I
about
was saying.
Macklin taking care of business, and it's what we thought it was. It was Macklin taking out Trey. Because then right after Macklin interferes and takes out both Rascals, he runs into Kazarian backstage and is like, that's well, he runs into what was it, Gia. And then of course the king of TNA just happens to be around there and saying, well, that's why you cost us our match. And then Macklin's throwing it right back at him. He's like, that was the king of TNA's fault. So Macklin has no friends right now.
Right. And then obviously this is not going to work out. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Fine. And they go there. It's not going to work out. All right. So Kaz and Macklin are done. They go their separate ways.
Separate ways. Good song.
Just rocking. So, yeah, good stuff. Tom Hannafin in now this one gets, we go from goofy to like hardcore serious. Tom Hannafin has an interview segment with Mike Santana and about his return home to TNA, and they talk about how they felt like they were like the hottest thing in LAX, hitting the indies all over the place, doing what they were doing. And then went away, and we know where they went. They went to AEW, and
did they? Is that where he's been?
They went. They went looking for El Generico.
I thought Little Ricky.
Yeah, that too. Little Ricky. How's he doing, by the way? Is he still limping? Is he okay? All right.
Right now we're talking about the Mike Santana interview with Tom Hannafin. Got serious up in here.
It got very serious. So, and then he talks about how he made a major life change a few years ago and got sober. And I always take stuff like this very serious because the stuff like this has happened in my family where people have had problems with one kind of abuse or another. And so yeah, and I have a feeling there might be a part 2 to this somewhere down the road.
Oh yeah, it feels like it just stops. Like there definitely will be at least a second part because it just cuts off at the end.
Yeah. I think there's more of a story to this, but
because would it stop at like I was gonna die,
something like that. Yeah,
like and then like cut. So yeah, that will definitely be a part 2.
Yeah. So, but Tom Hannafin always knocks it out of the park, and I was telling people in the live reaction, if you guys missed Chris Van Vliet's interview with Mike Santana, please go check that out. He does a great job of talking to him too. All right, then we got now this one took a second because I was like, I needed some help from the chat on this one. I'm like, who is this? Gabby Laspiza, aka Gabby AF.
And she was the producer on Busted Open previously.
Okay.
She's not anymore. She branched out on her own, but she was the producer on Busted Open, and then she had like her own segment for a while on Busted Open, and then she obviously parlayed that into her own thing.
Yeah, this goes back like a few years, just when they were really starting to get popular. And poor the host, David LaGreca, he started losing all of his mainstays to WWE, and then he's got to bring in, Bully, Tommy, all these guys. But yeah, he's doing all right. So yeah, Gabby's doing this this interview. She introduces or attempts to introduce. Attempts to, and then the Iceman cometh.
Friend of the show, Iceman cometh.
The concierge to Ash by Elegance. So he's running down the ramp. I got this. It's so funny.
Gotta get my towel out.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I saw him run past you, with her. And you're sitting there doing this. I'm like, Bill, what are you doing? I lost it.
I was fanning them off.
I'm like,
I was cooling them down.
You cooling off the Iceman?
Well, the Iceman with Ash, you got to cool off that combo.
Oh.
Did you see what he did last week? Alicia, I don't think we got your thoughts on this.
Uh-oh.
The Under Siege match. Did we get your opinion on the Ash by Elegance versus Havoc match?
No, you didn't because I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't seen it to this point?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
I have not had the time to.
Okay, not even the full thing, but the theater that is the Iceman with the holy water. If I don't have you hooked already, just saying that sentence.
I'm curious. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Iceman,
it's rich.
Knocks it out of the park. It like he always does. But this is like an all-time segment. It's as riveting as like a Steiner Math promo, but it goes on for 10 minutes. And
I love it.
Like because it's the intro. It's then stuff with Rosemary. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's acting. It really is. Like it's theater. It's Martin Scorsese cinema.
Yeah,
I'm excited. You've sold me.
When you have time, go check it out.
Yes, because it's that good. It's worth it.
It is. So okay, so they get in the ring, and Gabby starts the interview. And Gabby's just like, look, I don't get this elegant stuff. You gotta give me something on this. And they're just like, oh, it's a way of life. It's they're going.
It's a life. It's a brand, J-Bo.
It's a brand. It's a lifestyle. It's all this stuff. And she's like, what?
You gotta live elegance.
Gabby's like, I don't get it. She's just knocking down everything. It's hilarious. But then Gabby shows her the post-match footage. So this is a bit of a spoiler, Alicia. But Ash beats the ever-loving snot out of Havoc. I mean, she just goes completely different side of her than we've seen. The elegance is out the window. She's like, what's wrong with
there's
elegance?
always been that viciousness underneath it.
But this was like beyond that. This was like, whoa. So,
and there was garlic. There was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
a garlic.
Well, I saw the video clip of the garlic.
Do we have to call the lawyers?
Call the lawyers.
Call the lawyers. But yeah. So and you still haven't beaten this girl here, and then Zaya Brookside comes down, and I think we're getting a rematch next week, possibly out of this.
It's officially announced. It was officially announced later.
Is it official? Okay, we are getting the rematch next week, and if here's a stipulation, a lot of stipulations to this show. If and that's a big if Ash can beat Brookside, she will get back the Jewels. The Jewels, aka the
Her rings.
the what?
The Elegance Gauntlet.
Yeah, there we go. The gauntlet. Yeah. I was trying to think of something else.
You were thinking of brass knucks.
Yeah. I was thinking like Regal's brass knucks. Thank you. Yeah. Except these are prettier.
There it is. But yeah, the family jewels.
No, I was not going to say that.
The family jewels. Whoa.
That's. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. No. God. All right. Then we have a very quick segment of interview. Joe Hendry, behind the scenes,
Top
being
charting Joe
interviewed.
Hendry.
Yes, being interviewed by iHeart Radio about his single that's gone viral. That's in the charts. It's gone big time. So just a real
big. How big is it? How big? So big, Jake. That here's a piece of it.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, and you know what's J-Bone? I got to tell you this right now. Just random. As someone was leaving the office or work, they're like, I gotta show you something.
Uh-oh.
All right. And it's this. He sent me a screenshot and then the full version of the TikTok.
I'm losing you there. Hang on a second. I want to turn up your audio just a hair.
J-Bo.
Yes. Now I can hear you.
All right. He sent me
When you looked down, I couldn't hear you. I lost it.
He sent me a Joe Hendry TikTok that he got randomly on his feed last night. And he's like, I think I saw you. And then he's like, I had to go back and forth and stop it on the screen to get this TikTok.
That's awesome.
But Joe Hendry is taking over the TikTok.
The TikTok. Oh,
but yeah, Beyonce, check.
Does that
Miley Cyrus, check. Post Malone, check. Joe Hendry, above them all.
Check. Bill, are you saying that we got to get on that TikTok?
I think it sounds like what you got to do, Jay.
Because the only thing
we should be utilizing the TikTok.
The only thing I'm going to do is do like really horrible dance videos.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. Like we should be doing Joe Hendry stuff right now on the TikTok.
He's really popular on TikTok. That little jingle of his.
All right. Well, maybe we'll work on that behind the scenes. All right. I'm going to have to call a local choreographer and work on something. Anyways. All right. So you could look on that. Oh, goodness. But yeah, congrats to Joe Hendry and all his success on that.
He was interviewed at the BBC. Come on.
Nice. All right. Then we get the big announcement from Santino Marella.
In the scrotissimus region?
Oh, that's... How many times are you going to play that one tonight?
I don't think I played. That's the first time.
No, that's at least the second time you play it.
I said scrotissimus. No. That was me.
Oh, okay.
First time.
Yeah, okay. So here, I went to Twitter, and this is the first thing that popped up, so this is perfect. I'll do a little share screen of Rooney because there's no way I was going to remember all these names because I'm old and
I'm old.
So this is the big shebang. This is the match. Shared by Jordan Grace. So we got all the champs. We got Masha, we got Lish, we got Moose, Brian and Eddie, Laredo Kid, Jordan Grace, and Ali versus, we got Eric Young, we got Sammy, we got Joe, we're just talking about Joe, Steph DeLander, Matt Hardy, Ryan Nemeth, not Nick, Ryan Nemeth, and Spitfire, the tag team of Spitfire. So now I want your guys' honest opinion. It's the Champions Challenge. It's 8 on 8, 16 person tag. I'm fairly indifferent about this. I don't know like what's the big hullabaloo about this.
It's every champion.
It's every champ. I get that, but why can't you just have some like separate tag matches over the course of like a few weeks, I guess? Did they do this?
That's the normal. This is something different. That's a lot of people.
Okay.
That's a huge match.
It is, but is this what the fans want? Is this something that's going to blow away people? Is this something special, or is this kind of a nothing burger? What do you think? I'm not saying the people in it are nothing, but I'm saying
I think it's Whataburger.
Okay, well, I've never had Whataburger.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm just saying, is this going to be like the be-all, end-all of TNA matches? Is this going to be like amazing?
Well, now you're going too far. You're going too low and too high. It's a first time ever all champions wrestling together.
Okay, I get that.
So that's a first. But is it going to be you with that many people? You just got to hope it's not like this show and goes off the rails, because it easily can when you have that many people involved.
Oh, it
like
has
we're almost doing a tag team battle royale. So to
with
really
cheese.
With cheese.
With cheese.
Big Kahuna Burger too. But
yes.
You're doing all this. So you just want to hope everybody kind of gets their spots in, and you're telling some storylines back and forth with opponents. So like that's what you're getting out of it. Like, yeah, you could do the same old, which is the normal split them up, have some tag matches, a singles match here and there, get wins over each other, get to the next live show, someone wins, go forth. I appreciate them mixing it up.
Okay. All right. So you can see the positive.
It's very TNA.
It is. This kind of goes in line with that. Mayor says Bone Man TNA is the only professional wrestling.
Yeah, where's the reverse battle royal? Come on.
Who could do this type of match? Well, honestly, WWE does this, or at least used to do this kind of stuff all the time, where they throw like 5 and 5 on each side, and it would just be a, kind of like a dark match, throw all the stars out there for a big tag match. Alicia, I want to get your opinion on this. What do you think of this? Are you looking forward to this next week, or are you just kind of like, what are you thinking?
I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to it, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think it looks bad. Like you're just going like, is it going to be the greatest match ever? No, of course not. But is it going to be like hot
a good
garbage?
match? Probably.
Yeah, good. So good. That's all I want. It's good.
Okay. All right. So Justin here is fairly positive. He said it should be a fun match. Melonhead here is like, what's the point of it? And that's kind of where I am at. Like, I wish they came up with something a little different. Like, I don't know.
But plus, you have the system, but then you have the system with Jordan Grace, Mustafa Ali, and Laredo Kid. How random is that?
Is everyone going to get along?
No.
Yeah.
Or is Jordan Grace like
teams.
kick them all?
Platypus teams.
Platypus. I love it. So yeah, look, I'm not trying to be Mr. big time negative over here. I'm just
Negative
saying,
J-Bone here.
I'm not. Most of the time, I'm pretty positive. But when I first
You know
saw
who's
this,
positive, J-Bone? This guy's
What,
positive.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, he is positively goofy back then. Let me tell you. I don't know what that kid was doing back. My God,
That guy was loving big tag matches. I'll tell you that much.
that guy was McLovin. Let me tell you.
McLovin still holds up.
He was
Still fun.
He was an organ donor from Hawaii, or whatever the hell that license said. That was freaking hilarious. God, that's a great movie. No, but look, I'm sure it's gonna be fun. When I first saw it, I'm like, "That's your match, really? Oh, okay." I just felt like they could have came up with something. I was like, "Come on, Santino, hit me with something." Yeah. He didn't hit me with much. But anyway, look,
you and Santino got beef.
Oh, no. I love Santino. I love the Scrotissimus region. I love it all. Okay?
Oh,
J-Bone, big fan of the Scrotissimus region.
No, just the goofiness. I knew Alicia was going to raise her eyebrows on that one. That's why I said it. That was specifically for her. No.
fair enough.
All right. Enough about that. This is what I was really waiting for right here. It's the cover of the show. Jonathan Gresham. This is a whole new chapter for him. I'm on board. I feel like every week's going to be something a little different. It's going to get dark. It's going to get twisted. It's going to get weird. It's going to get spooky. We got Jonathan Gresham versus, now this is a blast from the past. Will Ferrara. Will Ferrara, formerly of Ring of Honor. And I mean, both of these, formerly of Ring of Honor, they used to wrestle each other. And I tell you, I haven't seen Will since the last inception of Ring of Honor. I know TK's doing his own thing with it, but I'm really not keeping track of it because he's got it on his own streaming service for Ring of Honor. Doesn't have a TV deal yet. So hey, great to see Will. I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be crazy because I knew at some point it was gonna get dark, real dark. This also was the same referee that was in the match versus Kushida.
Correct.
So there's some, we'll just say some contagions going on here. So somebody's passing around some stuff. But before we get to all the spooky stuff, what did you guys think of Gresham versus Ferrara?
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm digging the character. Obviously, definitely some great Muda vibes, and I'm a big Great Muda fan. But Gresham, what a difference! Still in ring doing a lot of the technical stuff, but the character, the presentation, fantastic, knocking it out of the park right now. And I believe that is that referee is a local indie wrestler, Leo Sparrow, who has a vegetarian gimmick. So he's got now he's got the ink gimmick, shall we say? But they're telling a story here, and there's Ben Miller puts out. He's also using a version of the mandible claw with the ink.
Kind of.
Yeah, at the end, hey, if you're putting but the difference is he's inking you instead of kind of putting into your mouth.
Right. It's not in the mouth.
It's not the fingers in the mouth. It's over the mouth But
Right.
with the ink in the, supposedly the ink on the hand going into the mouth instead of the,
Right.
So it's
Right,
still a
yeah.
version of it.
So he's infecting him with this stuff, right?
Yes.
But they keep on saying ink, and I'm like, is it really? And I'm like, I keep forgetting that yes, he's the octopus. Octopuses have the ink. So okay,
You keep waiting for Shannon Moore and Jesse Neal. Ink.
No, no, I just I'm like, goo, slime, something. I'm
Goo.
I'm
You
like,
wanted to be goo so bad, J-Bud.
No, I just I'm like ink. It's just what, ink, really?
Ink, man. It's all about
Ink.
It's all about the ink.
Oh boy, great tag team. Well, yeah. So yeah, it's reminding us it's octopus stuff. All right. So he's coughing. He's got them all twisted up like a pretzel. He hacks into his hand. His hand is covered in black. Puts it over Will's mouth and just pins him down to the ground. And he's just helpless at this point. 1, 2, 3. But during the match, the ref is also coughing. So he's got something too. He's probably going to end up sick or something next week. Who knows what's going to happen to him. So yeah, good match. Any thoughts, Alicia? Are you digging the gimmick of the octopus and the ink and all that stuff?
Yeah. I liked everything leading up to it as well. So yeah, I think it's a good, promising direction for Gresham.
Okay. It's certainly dark and different, because I mean he's been pretty much straight, just like the wrestler's wrestler.
Yeah.
And now it's going like Decay style almost,
Yeah, it's just dark.
Yeah, very.
It's good though, because you want to see people evolve in their characters, and you can't be the same person for years and years and years, you know what I mean, and have no growth, whether it be in one direction or another. So it's good to see. I'm sure he's fully capable.
It is, yeah. It's refreshing, and I'd be really curious to see, like, is this from the mind of Gresham? Has this been something that he's wanted to do for a long time, or did Jordan wake him up in the middle of the night and be like, "Hey, you gotta try that"? I don't know. All right, we got Ali, Mustafa Ali on commentary.
Oh,
he got it.
Big segment we can't skip over.
Oh, did I miss something? I'm sorry.
Well, we had someone step out of a vehicle out at a wellness retreat.
Oh,
and I gotta admit,
I didn't write it down.
As soon as those heels hit the ground, I had a feeling who it was.
See, I didn't have a clue.
It was Gail Kim.
Gail Kim.
Going to see Gisele Shaw at this wellness retreat.
Yeah.
We need to talk.
It's about damn time.
We need to talk.
Right. So, like, I mean, like, real talk here is like, has she been like injured, or is she doing something? Or
I believe she's been injured.
Okay.
Well,
nonetheless, it's going to be interesting to be like, you still work for us. Where you been? What's going to be her story? So
yeah, we'll see if we see her back. That's or there's going to be more. That's the beginning of some vignettes, or will she be back soon?
Something, yeah. And just the fact that Gail's on location doing this, that's great. That's good stuff.
Yeah, anytime Gail's on TV, thumbs up.
I love cinematic shit.
Yeah. Anytime
a lot of woods, we were getting all the woods, the drone.
And it's so well done. Like,
yeah
the car, and all of a sudden the heels, and I'm like, well, okay, it's a knockout, you know. And because at first I thought it was like Tasha Steelz. I thought no, oh, it's Gail Kim, okay. And I didn't even recognize her at first. I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Stop that, J-Bone.
No, I don't mean like insulting. I just, you know, it just took me a second. We don't always see, you know, Gail on TV, and so all right.
Okay.
All right. So Mustafa Ali on commentary. Big main event tag match. The gimmick here is whatever team wins, these tag team partners will then face each other to see who will face Ali at Against All Odds in Chicago. So yeah, Speedball Mountain, Trent Seven, and Mike Bailey versus ABC. I thought this was an amazing tag match. I really felt like I personally wanted ABC to win because I want to see these two face off. Like it just feels like the story's just brewing, and brewing, like real low key. Like there's nothing like crazy going on. It's like they talk about a little stuff and then it's gone for a couple weeks. And they talk about a little this and that. Like, hey, you know, I could have won the match if you were out there, but blah 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 blah. It's like
the frustration builds.
Yeah, it's just these little digs on each other. It's happening. We got a win from Speedball though. But what you guys think of the match?
I enjoyed it. I don't have much commentary to say on it in regards to anything. But I liked the stipulations to it, and I think they made the right move with picking Speedball to go up against Trent Seven.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
It's been a bangorama.
There you go. In a nutshell.
It was. Well, like I said, I really wanted Ace and Bay to win this one, and because I pictured them more than the other two facing off, but honestly, Trent Seven versus Mike Bailey is going to be an absolute banger of a match.
Yeah.
Either way,
I think you're just going to get even
the
longer burn for Ace and Bay. Like it's going to be.
This is true.
Keep letting it burn.
This is true. It's going to simmer, and you know,
simmer down now.
Simmer down. I'm probably not the only one that thinks that. Like, oh, it's got to be ABC so they can, like, you know, have their match and then it blows up into something like, oh, now we're done. And, you know, I'm probably not the only one that thought that. But.
Yeah, that one-on-one match, that's a Slammiversary type match, one-on-one.
Yeah, Yeah. And that's going to be one to get your tissues out for because that'll be like the be-all, end-all. Like, oh, no, they're done. So
we'll see. We might get swerved.
Swerved. It's like no to your tissue. But yeah, that's the show. Pretty loaded stuff next week with this big 20-person match, whatever the hell it is. Big all the champions of the world are facing all the TNA
All-Stars.
What do they say it? All-Stars. You playing basketball or what? All right. But yeah, that's the show. Let us know in the chat what you thought of the show overall. I'd say that this is probably the most loaded show we've seen in quite a while. Some of the shows lately have been good, but kind of like, it's missing a little something. This one was just boom, match after match, storyline after storyline after storyline. I feel like they were really hitting on all cylinders on this one. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, no, this was a great show. I saw Eric here saying it was 9 out of 10 tonight. Yeah, like this was a top flight show. It had the good pace to it. That's always a key. Some good backstage, good segments, and then obviously the match is delivered. So can't go wrong. Good continuing the build now. We have our post Under Siege. Now we're building the Against All Odds and Slammiversary, which looks like it actually got pushed back. The on sale date was supposed to be not this weekend, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. But it looks like it's now the following Saturday, the 25th. So now it's a little farther out, probably to get set up with Ticketmaster, because that's usually the thing, and that it's a Canadian venue and stuff. There could be a little more to it. So just stay tuned.
Oh, there you go. Alicia, any final thoughts?
Nope. Just overall, it was a good show. Like what things are building up to. Excited to see where things go.
Cool.
That's it.
Wonderful.
There we go. There you have it. All right. So, thank you for all tuning in tonight. You guys know what to do on your way out. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. Good night, folks. Take care.